Hollywood has decided it's time to cancel Will Smith, with an army of celebrities stepping up to take the man down. We're talking everyone from Amy Schumer, Kathy Griffin, Jim Carrey, and more. And you and I, we're going to talk about that today. Crazy times, huh? Crazy times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. And quickly, before we get started, check out and back our project. It is live right now in Indiegogo crowdfunding. Link is in the description. This is how we challenge companies that refuse to respect you. So I'm sure by now that everyone has heard about the smack heard around the world where Will Smith decided during the Oscars 2022 that he would get on stage and he would smack Chris Rock after Rock told a joke about his wife. Now that smack has had some huge consequences for Will Smith. I mean, he's had to resign from the Academy. He finds himself not getting work right now. Work is either stalled or it's under threat. He's looking at bans and so much more. Now, all of that, it has opened up the floodgates, with many a Hollywood actor deciding they could go after Will Smith. Zoe Kravitz, for example, she decided she would go after Will Smith on the day of the Oscar ceremonies. You can see that here 5 days ago. Almost 1 million likes on this, where she talks about her dress and, well, so much more. Quote, "Here's a picture of my dress at the award show, where we are apparently assaulting people on stage now." Now, just a note, that wasn't without blowback either. As you'll notice, Zoe Kravitz has turned off any comments here. That's because people were starting to bring up past for her as well, talking about Jaden Smith and Zoe Kravitz and allegations that came out when Jaden Smith was only 14 years old. Now, that's just the tip of the proverbial Hollywood iceberg, as many another celebrity has gotten involved in well. Jim Carrey, for example, he decided he would sound off on this, talking about how this video, it's going to be forever, and how he would have sued Will Smith. Quote, "I would have announced this morning that I was suing Will Smith for $200 million. That video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time." Now, Carrey, he wasn't finished there either. No, he had a lot more to add, saying that if you want to yell from the audience and show disapproval or say something on Twitter, well, that's fine. But you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack someone in the face because they said words. Now, having said all of that, Jim Carrey says, "I have nothing against Will Smith, whom he says suffered a selfish moment. He gave in to his emotions and he went after Chris Rock." Quote, "The slap came out of nowhere because Will had something going on inside of him that's frustrated. I think everybody knows about that too. I wish him the best. I have nothing against Will Smith. He's done great things, but that was not a good moment. It's cast a shadow over everyone's shining moment that night. It was a selfish moment." Now, Amy Schumer has had a lot to say about this too, and you can tell from the comments that she's throwing out that she's okay with canceling Will Smith. She said that to the media. She said that at shows. She brought this up, in fact, at the Mirage show in Vegas. Quote, "This is my first time doing a headline show since I was pregnant. I'm so excited. It feels so good to be back in Vegas. We're going to talk about everything and the Oscars, but I just want to talk about drinking because I've been drinking so much and am severely hungover. I don't even know what to say about the Oscars," she continues. "Like, I really don't know what to say. I have no jokes about it. All I can say is that if you don't know if you saw this, but Will Smith, he slapped Chris Rock. Did you read that in your news feed? I was kind of feeling myself," she continues on. "And then, all of a sudden, Ali, he was making his way up. And it was just a bleeping bummer. All I can say is that it was really sad, and I think it says so much about toxic masculinity. It was really upsetting, but I think the best way to comfort ourselves would be for me to say the Oscar jokes that I wasn't allowed to say on TV." Now, Amy Schumer got a lot of blowback for the jokes she told after that, and she's actually gotten a lot of blowback for her Oscar performance too, with jokes that she was telling looking like the jokes that Chris Rock was telling, and this happened after the slap. A lot of people, they've been blaming Chris Rock as well. But this is what she had to say. And she said, I couldn't tell these because my lawyer said I couldn't say these. Plus, I couldn't say these at the Oscars. So she takes shots at James Franco, talking about the allegations there. She decides she's going to take shots at Joe Rogan and then Alec Baldwin he's worked in. Quote, Don't Look Up is the name of a movie. More like, Don't Look Down the Barrel of Alec Baldwin's shotgun. She adds to that, too. I wasn't allowed to say any of that, but you can just come up and clock someone. Now, Kathy Griffin decided that she was going to get involved in this cancellation, too. And it's fascinating to me, considering Kathy Griffin, she just recently complained she was canceled in Hollywood. All of that was because of politics and a certain head picture she carried around. And also, she went and she decided to shill for a certain Aquaman Mira starlet. But this is what she had to say. Quote, Let me tell you something. It's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and to physically accost a comedian. Now we have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters. And just a note, by the way, I don't think anybody wanted to be Will Smith in this. I think Will Smith has a lot going on in his life. I'm not excusing his actions, but the guy, he probably shouldn't have been there at all. Now, Sophia Bush decided that she would sound off on this as well, noting the following, quote, Violence isn't okay. Accosting is never the answer. Also, this is the second time that Chris has made fun of Jaded on the Oscars stage, and tonight he went after her alopecia. Punching down at someone's autoimmune disease is wrong. Doing so on purpose is cruel. They both need a breather. For people asking if her alopecia is public knowledge, yes, she spoke about it in 2018. She's been open about it since, and the Smiths and the Rocks have a long overlapping circle. Hitting someone was not okay, and his joke was cruel and personal, all of it. Many other people sounded off too. DJ Jazzy Jeff, he had to say, what was that? 50 Cent, he said, B, don't you ever play with me, LOL. You had Mia Farah sound off, saying it was just a joke. Jokes are what Chris Rock does. He's always been edgy. This was a mild joke for him. I love G.I. Jane. What this tells you, though, is it is open season on Will Smith. People that don't like him or just want to put their names on him, they will cancel him. And he will pay for this action here, too. He opened the door for it. But it's interesting how many people with pasts, they've been sounding off and they want him gone. Now, like I was saying, check out and back our project. It is live right now on Indiegogo. Link is in the description, and we desperately need your help. This is our way of putting out alternatives to industries that don't like you. You get tired of them and you walk away from them. Well, you need something to walk toward, and that's what we're trying to build. Check that out. Thank you for being here, too. I appreciate you on both. And until next time, we will see you soon.